Hello, this is Pastor Chris Wilson at St. Andrew Christian Church, and here to talk about my sermon this coming Sunday, starting a new series, which is basically entitled Cultivating Awakening, which is a series that's really about cultivating awakening within a system or congregational life. And there'll be a four-part piece to that. And the part that I will focus on this week, the opening piece to that, is subtitled Sabbath Looking Inward. And the idea of cultivating awakening within congregational life, of discerning and trying to figure out what's the best ways we can navigate life together as church. First major step is looking inward and paying attention to what God is doing in the life of our congregation. And so many times we're on the go and doing the next thing and the next program, the next ministry, the next justice activity, that we just move on to the next thing. And the Sabbath looking inward is taking a little bit of a rest from all the crazy busy schedule that we lead, and just kind of be thinking, where is God active right now? How is God working in our life together? How can that be helpful, and where next steps might be, instead of just moving on to the next thing, is being prayerful and thoughtful about next steps. The passage I'm using is one verse from the Gospel of Luke, in which Jesus heads to the synagogue. And the verse is simply, he went to the synagogue as was his custom. And essentially what that verse is, we find in that verse that Jesus was a regular attender to a worship experience. And it was a customary thing for him to do. He built into his communal life worship time, Sabbath time, resting time, reflecting time, to allow him to be the best for himself and for the group of people he was connected to. And so this opening week, we'll reflect on the nature of Sabbath as a kind of a launching place, or as a kind of an igniter into more faithful work going forward. The other thing I will do with the sermon series, there is an old movie called Places in the Heart that features Sally Field in it, and she has to kind of find a way to protect her farm and earn income, and she makes use of her children and others to help save her farm. And so there might be a scene or two that I might incorporate through the whole 4-week series, scenes that come from that particular movie, Places in the Heart. So you might find a little bit of that woven into the sermon series throughout the month. So hope you'll join us on Sunday as we start this new series. Sunday is also kind of just a giant get day. We're doing our twinning celebration. We're doing backpack blessings. We're sending Denise off on sabbatical. We're celebrating Carissa's summer internship. We're doing so we have a cookout after worship. So please come and join us. We have one worship service this week at 9:30. Everything else we're doing is following worship. So it's meant to be an all-church day together, and calling it Extravaganza Day. So come join us on Sunday for worship and all kinds of fellowship and supportive activities. Hope to see you then.